How's it going, Charles Botenston? Today we're going to be talking about something that I literally just wrote a blog post about it, and I'm like, I need to write a video about this. I need to actually have a video about this because a lot of people don't. They have keys to success, which is like take action and write your goals and make phone calls and self-awareness, and that's all good and dandy and fantastic. But if you really look at it, and after about 9 or 10 years of studying self-development and going into business for myself and pretty much just studying all of the philosophies, all the business ideas, there's really two areas of the successful. And if you look at anyone, if you look at the top sports agent or top sports athletes, if you like Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, if you look at the top people in acting or business or entrepreneurship, they all have two things in common. Number one is consistency. They need to be consistent. I cannot tell you how important this is. In my life, I can show it like it's with anything. If you want a great body, you can't just go to the gym once and expect abs. You can't just eat one salad and expect a fantastic body. You have to go every single morning, and that's a consistency. And then this is the biggest thing, and I'll actually get into the second thing in a second. If you own a business, calling for business every single day. This is one of the biggest things that I've struggled in the past tense. And it's one of those things that I'm tackling right now is that I'm going to be consistent with making phone calls. And what is one thing that you can do consistently, whether that's studying or reading or saying I love you or approaching that pretty person that you think that you want to go on a date with, or writing an email, calling for business, which I think I already said, eating a salad, going to the gym, saving money. Whatever the case is, whatever area you're lacking, that's the biggest thing, is that I try and bring up an example, but then use it in your life. So that's the biggest thing is consistency. How do you get consistency? First of all, you have to schedule it into your calendar, like literally put it into your calendar and say from 9 to 10, I'm going to be at the gym. From 10 to 11, I'm going to be making phone calls. From 11 to 12, I'm going to be having a salad or lunch. 12 to 1, I'm going to be following up on appointments or going on appointments. Whatever your day consists of, it has to be consistent. This is the most important part, is it has to be good habits, because we can consistently be doing bad habits, waking up late, snoozing the alarm, not going to the gym, eating like crap, not saying I love you, and then you have a roommate instead of a spouse or a lover or a partner. That's the easy way. So this is the biggest thing, is that you're going to get consistency. And then here's the second part. You're going to get all this consistency, and then you're going to start getting the body you want, or you're going to start getting the money you want, or you're going to start saving the money you want, or you're going to start getting the business you want. You're going to start closing deals. Here is the key, is that you have to keep the momentum going. As they call, I forgot the name of the book, but they call it the Big Mo. And Mo Vaughn, Big Mo, as he was known in baseball, he just went up there and he just hit the crap out of the ball. And when he sent the ball out of the park, it never landed in baseball. It just went over and then out. And that's the exact same thing as momentum, is that you have consistency. And this is the biggest thing, is that we'll sabotage ourselves to bring us back to our comfort zone. So say we lost 10 pounds. We're like, wow, holy cow, I just lost 10 pounds. And then you go onto you go, okay, you know what? I had all this success. I had all this consistency. I deserve this cake. I deserve this chicken wrap or Chipotle or McDonald's or something crappy to eat. Or, you know what? I don't need to go to the gym. I've been going for about 14, 15 days consistently. I've lost 10 pounds. That small success of losing 10 pounds, or it could be a big success, I don't know. But you need to keep the momentum going, because the reason we go back to where we're comfortable, which is, oh my God, I don't know how to, and the fear is that we're not going to be able to maintain the 10 pounds off. So we go back to what we were weighing before, or we go back to our salary. So say, and this happens, is we sabotage ourselves because the comfort level, say I made 100,000 this year or last year, and then this year I made 200,000. I would spend, and this is most people, I would spend that 100,000 to go back to my comfort zone of 100,000. So in other words, I made 200,000, but I'm not comfortable with it, or I don't know how to spend it, or I don't know how to save it, or I don't know what to do with it. So then I just spend it. and then I go back to my comfort zone of 100,000. So that's your temperature gauge. And that's the biggest thing, is that as you raise your temperature, as you raise your standards, as Tony Robbins says, that's through doing the consistent good habits. But the biggest thing is, once you start seeing victories, once you start seeing successes, you have to keep the momentum going. You have to keep the momentum going. You have to keep the successes going. And it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's not going to feel right, and you're not going to know what to do. You're like, oh my God, I have all this money, or I have great relationships, or I'm 10 pounds lighter, or I have all these closings lined up. And it happens to me. And it happened to me. Anytime that I moved into a different income bracket, anytime that I started closing more deals than I expected, I would actually sabotage myself and not call on business. But that's the worst thing, because so that's the biggest thing, is that you have to understand where you are in that. So if you're consistent and then you sabotage yourself, that means you need to work on momentum. Okay? But if you're not even consistent, that's what you have to work on. You have to work on scheduling, and then you'll become consistent. And then when you become consistent, and then you start having all these small victories and successes, like your body, you start getting the toned body, or you start running further as you approach the marathon that you're training for, you have to keep the momentum going. And that is literally the two only successful things that you'll hear from basketball players. They're in the gym, before practice, after practice, just consistently, just the same shot, just all day, all day. And this is the biggest thing, is that when you hear someone say, like Jordan or Kobe, who have won multiple championships, is that they had success and they're consistent, but they implemented momentum. And their momentum was, you know what? I know I had successes in the past. I want to get to a new level. I want to get to a new championship. I want another championship. I want another MVP. And that's the biggest thing, is if you don't have consistency, you have to schedule it. If you have consistency, but you sabotage yourself, then you need to work on momentum. So those are the two things that you need to work on. Those are really the only things that you hear out of someone that's very successful, very wealthy, or in shape, or anything else. It's consistency and momentum. I hope this helps. Start implementing one of them, and then the other one will come. So if you start scheduling, consistency will come. If you are consistent, then work on momentum. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, and I just updated the post on iCharles.com, which is I have a new post every single day, and it's kind of something like this that I work out. And we're at 7 minutes, so that's awesome. I kept it nice and short. Have an awesome day. Subscribe to the video, Instagram, Snapchat, and iCharles.com. Talk to you soon.